Hello and welcome. My name is Kaylee Jo and I make content all about my experiences as a theater educator. And I just released a video on my 10 favorite theater fundraisers to help out your public school theater program. But it also just so happens that at the time that I'm making this video, it is early October, which means the beginning of my favorite season, and that is spooky season. So I wanted to create an entirely separate video for all of my Halloween-related fundraising ideas for your theater program. Let's get started. My very first Halloween fundraiser suggestion is to host some kind of Halloween carnival or trunk or treat in your school's parking lot. So there are so many different events you could connect to this, and you let your theater students and any family that would like to volunteer host all of these different events. So you could have a trunk or treat, you could have a costume contest, you could do different Halloween crafts, so many different options, but you can host that in your school's parking lot, or if you've got kind of rough weather, you could always host it in the gym, but utilize that space and involve your community in your program and let your students do the work. Another option is you can host a school-appropriate scary movie night wherever you have got a projector. If you have a mobile one, you could actually take it outside and project it on the side of the building or on the football field. You could do this in your school gym, or if you do have your own performing space, you could host it in there, and you can charge admission at the door. I would keep it personally just to students within that school. You could also have free admission and then charge for soda and popcorn. This next one is so incredibly fun, and that is let your students host a Halloween dance where it's open to all of the students within that school. They can all wear their costumes. Your theater students can pick out all of the music. They can do the lighting because they've got all those skills because they're theater kids. You can charge a small admission at the door or charge for snacks during the dance. But super fun event that I think that your students and their peers will really enjoy. All right, so this next one is probably the most lucrative option on this list, but it is definitely the most work, and that is hosting a haunted house. So I know of a lot of theater programs that do something like this. They will either turn their stage into a haunted house or the gym at their school, and obviously your theater kids are the perfect choice for those scare actors and set designers and all of those things. So your students build the house, they run the house, and then you charge admission to go through your haunted house, a few weekends leading up to Halloween. So this can be a lot of work, but hopefully you can use things that you already have within your department, and then the students are the ones running it. So super successful. I've heard of programs that make thousands of dollars doing this, but it's definitely a decent amount of work. This next one allows you to utilize your costume closet by renting out costumes to students within your school. So I have done this before, and I had certain hours after school where students could come in and try on costumes from the closet that they could then rent for $10 or $20 for Halloween night. So obviously pull any costumes that are like super expensive or super fragile. And then on top of that, I was able to talk to my school and say if any students do not bring their costume back or they damage it, they could actually charge to their student account to make sure that it got paid back. So that meant that I was covered no matter what. This next one is super fun and can utilize the skills of all of your students who are awesome at special effects, hair, and makeup. You can offer hair and makeup services to other students within the school on the day of Halloween, perfect for all their costumes and trick-or-treating plans. Another option that can bring in a lot of money but does require quite a bit of work is of course hosting that classic murder mystery show or dinner theater. And my final option is one that I see people do in my neighborhood every single year, and that is set up a table to sell hot cocoa or apple cider on the night of trick-or-treating. This is especially great if your school is potentially like centrally located around an area where a lot of people trick-or-treat, because this is a super easy thing to set up and will definitely make quite a bit of money. I hope that you enjoyed these fast and furious Halloween fundraiser ideas for your theater program. If you have any other Halloween-centered fundraiser ideas, feel free to comment them down below and check out my other video with general fundraisers that you can do throughout the year. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, break a leg.